Welcome, I'm Leo10, your host of today's live Leo10. Remember the last video? Well, yeah, I'm still filming it when Carl Zeus is gone. Okay, let's get to the main reason of the first news event. Well, our first news event is a Russian submarine collided with a British warship in rare event. So, this is Britain, and this is Russia. So they collided, and yes, they did collide in a rare event. Let's check the dot. Why they did that. A Russian submarine being tracked by a naval warship on the patrol of the North Atlantic more than a year ago hit a sonar the ship was towing, according to the UK Ministry of Defence. In late 2020, a Russian submarine being tracked by the HMS Northumberland came to a contact with the towed array sonar. A UK Ministry of Defence spokesperson said in a statement Thursday. The Royal Navy regularly tracks foreign ships and services in order to ensure the defense of the United Kingdom, the statement said. A towed array in the sonar is a sensor spooled out by a ship when it was deployed. According to the British Royal Navy, the HMS Northumberland carried out a vital mission to protect UK waters and the nation's nuclear deterrent in 2020. Now on to the next story, which will be taking place in the African continent. Alright. Africa CDC says severe lockdowns no longer tool to contain COVID-19. Now why though? Well, read it. Africa's top public health officials said on Thursday that severe lockdowns were no longer the best way to contain COVID-19, praising South Africa for adopting that approach when responding to its latest infection wave driven by the Omicron variant. We are encouraged with what we saw in South Africa during this period, where they look at the data in terms of severity of infections. John Nicky Gascon, director of Africa's Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, told a news conference. The period where we using several lockdowns as a tool is over. We should actually be looking at how we use the public health and social measures more carefully in a balanced way as the vaccine increases. Well, on to the next story, fans and viewers. The next one's Canada reaches agreement to compose Indigenous children taken from families. Toronto, Canada. Canada announced on Tuesday two agreements totaling $31.5 billion or 40 billion Canadian dollars to compensate First Nations childs who've taken their families put into the child welfare system and to reform the system that removed them and inspired them as services they needed. The agreements included $15.7 billion, 20 billion Canadian dollars for voluntary hundreds of thousands of First Nation children who were removed from their families, who did not get services or experience delays in removing services. Another $15.7 billion is to reform the system is over in the next 5 years. Well, I don't want to talk about why I'm talking about this, but let's go to the next story. Well, the last story, I guess. Our last one is South Koreans. Okay. South fighter makes energy Boeing landing. Seoul, South Korea. The pilot of the South Korean F-35A jet fighter made an emergency belly landing at base on Tuesday, after its landing gear malfunctioned due to electronic issues, a South Korean Air Force spokesman said. According to experts, the belly landing, touching down with landing gear retracted, was an unspoken threat for the $100 million U.S. designed stealth fighter for now, in use or ordered by more than a dozen countries. The jet did an emergency landing as our gears did not extend. This would mean the jet did the belly landing, as a South Korean military official who did not want to confirm the aircraft suffered any damage in the incident. Even if it did, it would demilitarize Super B flying skills from the pilot, who officials said walked away from the landing, according to a South Korean military official. Well, that wraps our story. Shout to, well, shout to the viewers watching viewers who are watching us. And I'll be back with more. Adios. But wait, there's funny jokes. What time is it when the clock strikes 13? Time to get a new clock. And one more. What musical instrument is found in the bathroom? A tuba of toothpaste. And one more. Why did the kid bring a water to school? Because she wanted to go to high school. That wraps it out. Fridays are awesome. And if you want to watch more Leo 10, I'll make the videos. Goodbye, everyone who's watching it.